2 years. It was 2 years ago to the day the last time we built a $500 gaming PC with an actual freaking GPU unit. That is how long gamers have waited for graphics card pricing to come back down to earth. But it has, hasn't it? The crypto bros may be crying, but right now, gamers are rejoicing at the tsunami of cards hitting the used market. RTX 3090s, $1,000. 3070s, how about $500 for a non-LHR version? But wait, hold on, I hear you guys. $500, that's still a freaking ton of money for just a GPU. So today, we're gonna build an entire budget gaming PC that was inspired by an eBay listing that I would have thought impossible just a few short weeks ago. An RTX 2060 for just $200. Impossible! Like this segue to our sponsor.
Ridge. Ridge Wallet has redefined the traditional wallet with its compact frame and RFID blocking plates. Keep your wallet bulge down and use our offer code Linus to save 10% and get free worldwide shipping at the link down below.
I'm just in such a good mood today, guys, because the main premise of this channel, that anyone can build a computer and that it doesn't have to be outlandishly expensive, is finally true again. For our motherboard, we've gone with the H610ME-D4. Yeah, it doesn't have the greatest I/O and there's no cooling on the VRMs, but this puppy can be had for $100 brand new or for around $65 on eBay, all with support for the latest 12th gen Intel processors. It's got two M.2 slots for SSD storage, albeit at Gen 3 speeds, support for dual channel DDR4 memory, and it's even got one of the older style 12 volt non-addressable RGB headers. But hold on a second, Linus, what are you doing building a budget rig with current gen Intel? Ah, that is where my good friend, the Core i3-12100 comes in. There is a lot to like about this chip, starting with the fact that it has 4 of the same Golden Cove P cores that you would find in the rest of Intel's 12th gen lineup. It also has support for up to PCI Express Gen 5 and DDR5 like the rest of the 12th gen lineup. Now, there's only 4 of those cores, 8 threads total, so you're not gonna be setting any Cinebench world records, but they will turbo to up to 4.3 gigahertz, meaning that this chip is a low-key gaming monster. And I haven't even mentioned the best parts yet. It's just over $100, and you can get it down to $105 if you go for the F version of the SKU, which doesn't include onboard graphics. That's wild. And unlike AMD's closest competitor, LGA 1200 has a clear upgrade path. You can either go to an i5 or an i7 12th gen, or you can move to the upcoming 13th gen Raptor Lake, which is confirmed to be backwards compatible. And it gets even better. Unlike the rich people K SKUs, Intel's basic processors actually come with coolers in the box. They're nothing amazing, and our particular one seems to have received some touch-ups at the factory, but they are super easy to install, look pretty decent, and are perfectly capable of taming the 89-watt maximum boost TDP of a chip like this one. RAM ended up being a pretty straightforward choice for us. This 16 gig kit of 3200 megatransfer per second CL16 DDR4 is pretty much the sweet spot for price to performance, and it also happens to be the maximum transfer rate that this particular CPU and motherboard combo supports. As for why we chose a Team Group T-Force Vulcan Z, frankly, it just came down to price. It was about $50, and you'll actually find plenty of comparables from other brands. And the budget hits keep coming. We've gone with a Crucial P2 500 gig for our boot SSD. Why, you might ask? Because at $45, it is cheap as chips. It might be PCI Express Gen 3, and it might not have a DRAM cache, but at this kind of price point, your only other options are maybe a WD SN570, which is going to be around the same price anyway, or a mechanical hard drive, which frankly is not what you want to be booting off of in a modern system. Which isn't to say that mechanical hard drives don't have their place. For bulk storage, their cost per gigabyte is absolutely untouchable, which is why we made sure to find a case that has support for at least one hard drive. This is the FBM X1 from Rosewell. Is it the greatest case ever? No, but it can be had for as little as like 10 bucks on eBay, and hopefully between the front 120 millimeter and rear 80 millimeter cooling fan, we will have enough cooling. You know what else you can never get enough of? Fun exclusives and behind the scenes, which are only available on floatplane.com.
And I took that personally.
This is a budget build, so we won't find any fancy features like built-in I/O shields. We'll be popping our shield in the old-fashioned way. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, should have spent twice as much on my motherboard. It's fine, I'm kidding. Then, as long as we've got our standoffs in the right locations, please do make sure you double check that. We'll just go ahead, pop our board in. How you doing there, buddy? Oh yeah, look at that. Man, how cool is it that even budget components can be color coordinated now? Like, this build looks awesome! Oh, oops. It's still not really worth the extra cost, but this wouldn't have happened with the built-in I/O shield. I accidentally got the little tabs here for grounding inside the ports rather than on top of them. So I'm going to need to take the board out and put it back in.
Yeah, there's not much cable management.
Yeah,
in the
not
room.
much in the way of cable management in this case. That's okay, we'll make it work. That's a pretty cool hack to get some cable management room on the back. Just kind of pop out the panel a little bit. I like it. Linus approves. Oh, what the hell? Whoever disassembled this last time ripped the plastic
USB.
housing for the USB 3 header off of the motherboard. You know how I talk about how fragile and horrible these connectors are all the time? This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. It ripped the female housing right off the last motherboard that it was in. See that? Don't worry, little H610M, that won't happen to you. Doesn't it just kind of feel like summer? Don't you just want to wear a party shirt from lttstore.com?
Yeah.
We showed up wearing the exact same thing today. I swear we didn't coordinate this. Twins!
Twinsies.
Oh wow, this cable management is gonna be horrible. This is just gonna traverse the motherboard like this apparently. Boom! Cable managed. You can call me the cable guy. Just kidding, my career hasn't sunk that low. Our power supply was a pretty obvious choice. We went with the CV650 from Corsair. It's non-modular and it's not gonna have bells and whistles like, silent 0 decibel fan modes or anything like that. But it's 650 freaking watts. It's still 80 plus bronze, so it's reasonably efficient, and it's got all black sleeved cables, so our finished rig is not gonna have any of that ketchup and mustard look like an older one would. Even when you're working with a non-modular power supply, it can be a useful little trick to plug in hard-to-access connectors, like the CPU 8-pin connector, before you actually install the power supply. There's our 24-pin. For cable management, the only thing we're going to leave accessible is our PCI Express 6+ 2-pin connectors, and the rest we can just cram in the 5¼ bays old school style. Now, we paid $42 brand new for this bad boy, but I would hazard a guess that in the coming months, we are going to see, much like GPUs, a surplus of power supplies on the secondhand market. Probably not lower wattage ones like this, but I would expect to see wild deals on 850, 1000, and 1200 watt units as miners try to divest themselves of this hardware. Finally, it's time to talk GPU. Now, I gave a $200 price for an RTX 2060, but the truth is it's a little bit more complicated than that. You probably aren't getting a Founders Edition for $200, but we've seen other RTX 2060s, which, by the way, will perform the same, sold for as low as $160. If you're more of a Team Red type of character, you can also get a 5600 XT for about the same price, $160 at the low end, and those top out around the $190 range. It's a ton of GPU for the money, especially in the context of the last 2 years. This is gonna be a little tight. Oh no, it seems fine. Never mind. I lied, it's all good. It does take a bit of maneuvering to get it in there, but it's in. Now we just need our power connector. Oh, you know what? I bet I can look through here to see what I'm doing.
Oh, no way. You actually probably even have
Hi, camera. I'm having so much fun right now, Like, I can't believe we can finally build budget rigs again. This might not be the best gaming rig for $500, but that's kind of the fun of it. There's a lot of different ways to tackle a budget rig, whereas with a high-end one, buy all the most expensive stuff and slap it together. Here, we've got to make sacrifices. Are we more focused on CPU? Are we more focused on GPU? What's our risk tolerance for used hardware? That is something to be aware of. If you're picking up these crypto-mined GPUs, yeah, they might not last as long as a brand new one, and you're certainly not gonna get any warranty coverage on them. It's a die, you gotta be tempted to roll. I mean, I certainly was back in the day. Don't take my word for it though. All we've gotta do now is close it up and show you guys the results. Obviously, these peripherals are a bit of a mismatch for our system, but I'm using them to emphasize the capability of this rig. And I dare say it actually looks pretty good too.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
The case is in the way
Does that fit?
of our ports. Look.
Uh-oh, that's stupid. Yeah, I think I remember that being a problem in this
Really?
case. It's got this little folded piece of metal here that makes it so that you
Can't plug it
can't
in.
actually get a DisplayPort cable in there. I think I made it worse.
Yeah, I think you did.
No, Linus, no.
Time for another power fist. There you go. Fix that for you, Rosewill. Percussive maintenance. Moment of truth time, here we go. 16 gigs RAM, CPU detected, M.2 detected. Boom, everything good to go. That's a bit of a concern. The only front air intake
on the
is
bottom.
here, and these feet are super low profile. It's possible that we're going to need some speed holes.
I ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're.
I think it'll be okay.
I think that I'm gonna get prepared to make speed holes
Okay,
just in
but
case.
don't until we actually test. Yeah, and a 2060. Like, I think it'll be fine.
You heard it here first. Plouffe says thermals will be fine with a solid front panel.
It's low-end hardware. It'll be okay. It's not a 3070 or like a 12700K. I think it'll be okay.
Definitely some minor quality of life challenges. Can't get a plug into this USB. Oh, there it goes. Just give it a little bend there.
Can you get it
Should be
out?
better. I'm sure I can get it out. Yes, yes, I can get it out. Oh, now I can't get it back in though. In CSGO, we're running at 1080p with everything basically cranked. And something else to note as we're going through this exercise is that I am screen recording at the same time. That's right, this machine is not only capable of playing games, it is also capable of streaming. Something that you could not do for $500 just a few short weeks ago. As always, it won't actually make you a good gamer, but yeah, just low-key 250, 300 frames per second. Let's go! Oh, it feels good, doesn't it?
12-year-old game, but
Doesn't
yeah.
it feel good? Wait, look. Hey, 300 FPS in anything for $500. I'll take it after this last frickin' couple of years. It's worth noting that even though this is an older esports-centric title, so not the most demanding game, a big part of why we're able to push these extremely high frame rates, which actually have a benefit, even if you don't have a high refresh rate monitor because they reduce input latency, is due to those Golden Cove P cores. Now you could spend another $40 and you could get 6 of them rather than 4, but we were trying really hard to hit that $500-ish price point. 1200, man, what a steal. Oh wait, where's my knife? Oh boy. I went to press a melee button, forgot what game I was playing. We're getting Halo Infinite. Where's the...
Because you set it to installed only.
This is one area where this CPU is going to hold us back. Downloading games. Poor thing, we're only at 300 megabit. It's at 48% CPU usage. Oh, we should have a look at what our temps were in game. Our CPU maxed out around 65 degrees and our GPU maxed out around 69 degrees.
Nice.
I'd say that's pretty nice, but I don't know if we had actually reached peak.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
And we're gonna run a more demanding game now. Obviously, this is a little bit more impressive. We've got Halo Infinite running at medium at around 75 frames per second. That is more than smooth enough for actually a pretty, oh no, crap. Well, that was a tactical error. Ah, whoops.
You're in the lava.
Oh man. That was a bit of a fail, but what's not a fail is that we're sitting at 90% CPU utilization, 98% GPU utilization. The system is still freaking quiet, and we've peaked at 76 degrees on our GPU and around 80 on our CPU. So we are nowhere near thermal throttling territory.
I told you.
You were right. When you're right, Plouffe. Okay, I want 1 kill, and then
Okay.
I'm good to leave.
Get the guy in the ghost.
Ah! Just got meleeed. It's embarrassing. That's it then. The $500 gaming PC, it's back, ladies and gentlemen. Great performance, damn near silent, adequate thermals, and you can go even cheaper if you're willing to get more of the components used. We're gonna have all the ones that we bought, by the way, linked in the video description, where we'll also have our sponsor.
Squarespace. If you're building your brand online in 2022, you should absolutely have a website. And if you need a tool to help build that brand, look no further than Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to help expand your brand online, make a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything and everything from products to content. We love Squarespace so much, we use it here at LMG. Its custom templates make it easy to stand out with a beautiful website that fits your needs. You can maximize your visibility thanks to a suite of integrated SEO features, and their analytic insights help you optimize your performance so you can see what's going on as well as what needs a little bit of work. So get started today. Head to squarespace.com/LTT to get 10% off your first purchase.
If you guys enjoyed this video, why don't you check out the one from 2 years ago? And while you're at it, check out the comments. People got real mad about how impossible it was to buy a computer like this. What are you guys, magic? No, we just made that video right before things went completely to shiz.